So today's yin practice, I was at at Bar Beach, and I had just done a really powerful hot yoga flow, and today's practice is all about releasing through the adductors, releasing through the groin, and also having a beautiful release of the back. There's a little bit of movement in today's practice. I ask always that you look after your mind and your body by being gentle. Starting tonight or this afternoon or whenever you're practicing, simply in breath. Allowing yourself to slow down your inhales and match your exhales with your inhales. Can you start to feel the belly rise as you breathe in, the ribs expand, and the breath move all the way up into your shoulders? And then as you exhale, let your shoulders and chest fall as the ribs draw in towards each other, and then the belly pulls in towards the backbone. Do a little bit of self-inquiry as to how you've arrived tonight in your practice and what you need, and make sure that you take the time out to surrender and to be kind, to know that the practice of yin is a practice of kindness and compassion. And it's the very opposite to what's going on in our day-to-day lives. Remember, always be true to your mind and your heart and your spirit, and the rest will follow. Take a few more beautiful deep breaths here. Just enjoying the silence. So just where you are, start to take one more beautiful deep breath in, maybe open the heart space. And as you exhale, start to sit back onto your haunches. Rock the knees side to side, maybe, if that feels nice. Again, any intuitive movements. Do whatever feels good here. You might even hugging your knees. That might feel really nice. If your back's tight, then do that. Just hold no attachment to what it looks like. Really start to listen into your body and listen to how it feels. Take your time to start to move around, and we're going to just open the hips. I mentioned there's a bit of movement through today's practice. So all we're doing is the foot's coming on the outside of the quad, and we lean back onto the hands and sweep the legs up and around. And this is an amazing movement to loosen any tension and emotions that get stuck in our hips, glutes, and groin areas, which is where all our emotion gets stuck, especially coming into December. Everything's full on, fast paced, so let yourself go here, let yourself release. As you flip over, then allow yourself to fold over that leg as you get a stretch down your glutes, and then roll back, inhale, and use your exhale to simply fold. Again, inhale, lift up, roll back, exhale, fold, stretch. You notice I've taken my hands off as I change sides. You're welcome to do that, or the hands can go behind, just do what feels good. Bring your heels together at the top of your mat, diamond position. Inhale, the arms up, really nice and high, lengthen the spine, and then exhale. Allow yourself to fold. I'm going to be here for a little while in this pose. I want you to think about rounding your back out and letting the head drop down. If you're using any props, you're more than welcome to place the head on any props. If not, just allow your breath to let it breathe you. So as you inhale, you'll notice the ribs flare up, everything lift up. And as you exhale, can you imagine yourself melting and the legs just dropping out to the side, the legs becoming heavy? Again, inhale, lift up, and exhale, soften. And then just allow yourself to simply melt into this pose. Starting to bring awareness back to your breath, appreciating these beautiful moments of stillness. Slowly, just roll one vertebrae at a time back up to stack your spine. Your head is the last to come up. Just pause for a moment, notice how you feel. The hands go behind and just really, really slowly allow yourself to press through the heels and maybe lift your hips up. The head can drop or it can stay tucked in. Please be intuitive here with how it feels. And then in your own time, slowly come back down. Tuck the belly in as you do. The head slowly rolls back and the chin guides back in as well. Breathe. Just notice how you feel as you start to come down to the earth. And I just sort of did a few little rock and rolls here. This just felt really nice. You don't have to. Again, just feel, have a play. Somewhat felt really nice with the legs over the head there. Just breathe. Coming up to find a downward facing dog in your own time. So it's a very relaxed down dog. So keep the knees really bent, maybe bending one knee and straightening the other. Again, as I said, a little bit of movement through this flow today. You may find some of these postures a little bit challenging, but I ask you to breathe through them and again, take gentle and kindness over push and comparison. Maybe take a hand off, see how it feels, come into a bit of balance, have a play, and then start to walk your feet in towards your hands as we settle into ragdoll. This pose is magic, and you'll notice that my knees are soft and bent a lot so that my chest and ribs are resting on the thighs. This is not an active pose, this is absolutely passive. So take away the need to straighten the legs and to fight this pose. Let your head be heavy like a bowling ball, and let your arms grip either the elbows if this is too much. Your arms can come up to the legs and you can rest your elbows on your knees if you need that extra support. If not, just stay. The mind can get into a state of chatter here. So I ask you just to come back to your inhales and your exhales and enjoy the stillness. Whenever you feel like moving or coming out, come back to your breath. Now again, there's an opportunity to either stay here or to add a little bit of movement into this pose. So if you like, you can pop your right hand down and inhale the left hand high. You can use a block to put that right hand on too. You don't have to use the earth. Exhale, that hand comes back down to the floor. Inhale, rise. And exhale, release. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Find this beautiful combination of movement and breath. Inhale, lift, and exhale, release. Do as many of those as you like. You're welcome to do a few more if you like. I think I kept going for a little while. You can always option to just pause, option always to come into child's pose, option always to rest. Know that nothing is ever forced, so take your time. We're going to slowly make our way into our squat. Beautiful pose here, just coming down into Malasana. And we're just going to be really, no we're not, we're going to open the hand up and then we're going to come back down. So we do our movement first. Now in this as well, if it feels good just to be still, be still. If not, just the same as what we did in our previous pose into Ragdoll. As you inhale, open up through one side, and as you exhale, come back down. And again, I ask that you be really intuitive in this pose. You can use a bolster to sit on, you can use a block. Find whatever you need to make it not forced. You want to make sure that this is not feeling forced. There is no pain. All we want to feel is sensation, and we want to feel an opening of the hips and the groin. And we want to eventually find somewhere where we can just stay into Malasana. So if you prefer moving, then move. But if not, I invite you to really gently and slowly maybe take one or two more. And then maybe even a gentle push open in the knees. This felt really lovely for me today. It might not feel that great for you, so take what you need here. Let the knee out to the side, and then let the knee go out to the other side. And again, feel free to do as many of those as you need to before starting to sink down and find a squat. And this felt so magic for me today. But hold no judgment on wherever your knees go to or wherever your squat lands. Everyone is different. Our bodies are different as well. Enjoy. So again, just slowly starting to take your time to come out. Maybe you'd like to roll back onto the earth. Maybe you would have liked to have gone forward onto your hands. What feels nice here? Let's go with that. And slowly just make your way however you did down onto your back. Maybe the knees stay up, maybe they knock together, maybe the heels touch and the knees go out to the side. Just, again, be intuitive, see what feels good here. I really like to rock my knees left to right. Again, that changes in time, so it's listening to what the body needs. Feel really nurtured here, feel really loved, feel really spacious. Give the knees a beautiful hug into the chest. And then just slowly taking the time. This is one of my favorite postures. Extend the arms long and extend the feet long. Coming into Banana Asana. And we want to just bring the hands and the feet over to the same direction. Now go into this really slow. So of course we're resembling the shape of a banana. Now I used to find a lot of tightness through my lumbar spine with this one, so be really gentle. And in time, I now love this pose. I love how it feels for the body. I love what it does for the side of the body. I like to clasp my left wrist with my right hand and then cross my right leg over my left leg, as you can see there. And then just find a beautiful space to pause and breathe. Release. Just whenever you're ready, start to breathe deeper and very, very, very slowly start to bring your awareness back to coming back to center. You might want to bend one knee and then bend the other. Just be gentle and then just make your way over to the other side. I'm just going to leave you in stillness here. It's really nice to have silence sometimes, so just to invite yourself to set yourself up, just notice if this side feels different. And then when you arrive, just close down your eyes and simply breathe in and breathe out. And just taking 1 or 2 more long breaths to enjoy this pose. When you're ready, come back to center first, bend the knees, pause. Hug the knees into the chest or just a light squeeze depending on what you need. And we're going to come into a bit of a challenging pose here. I find it challenging, I did today. Half happy baby. So we're going to clasp our inside of our left foot. You can also hold the ankle. You can also use a strap here. If you don't have a strap, a dressing gown cord is fine, or a belt or a dog leash, whatever you've got. And what we are trying to do is keep the right hip onto the ground. So the right hip is going to want to come off, but I want you to be really aware of what's going on with the right hip. So we're trying to find space and open up through the groin and the adductors. And just breathe through this. So remember, check in if you're trying to force that knee and just back it off a little bit. We're here for a while. So as you breathe deeper, especially on the exhales, just noticing yourself surrender and soften into the earth. Just starting to take one more breath in, and as you exhale, release, just pause. Notice how this feels. It should feel pretty open. It should feel pretty good. And again, same thing. I'm just going to leave you in silence. I'll let you set yourself up very gently, noticing if there's any difference from the left to the right. The hands can either clasp on the inside of the foot, or you can hold the ankle or use a strap or anything to help draw the knee out to the side. Again, just make sure the left hip and the left butt cheek's not coming off the earth, and just gently guide it back down like it's cement. Come back to your breath. Enjoy. Beautiful. So you should feel very, very open after all of this. Take one more breath in. Exhale, release. I came straight down into Supta Baddha Konasana with the feet together, the knees out. You just might want to keep your feet flat. Do whatever feels good for your body here. Maybe place one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart, and just notice the rise and fall of your belly with breath. When you're ready, gently bring the knees up, maybe rock and roll. Always feels nice to massage the spine. And just gently bring the legs in front. And I think I've got the left leg forward. No, I've got the right leg forward. The left foot is back. Now, we're coming to a beautiful quad stretch here. So this has always been a challenge for me, this pose. So just never ever hold any judgment of where you get to here. Now, if there's any pain or sensation in that left knee, so if you've got that bent back and it doesn't feel right, please just stand up and hold onto a wall or a bar, and then clasp your foot and then pull your foot into your glutes, and you'll get a quadricep stretch there standing, so that the knee is being protected. So again, just check in and make sure that that knee that is bent, the left knee, is feeling safe. And then slowly come down to your elbows or your forearms. Now, I started to tilt my head back here at one point. It started to feel really nice to drop the head back, but you're welcome to keep the chin tucked in. Keep the belly braced the whole time, and then just enjoy. So to come out of this, be really gentle, brace your belly, press into the elbows, tuck your chin, and slowly come up. Just take your time to move really slow. You're going to leave that leg out to the side and bring the heel into the inner thigh, and then just gently fold over. Again, no force here. We're not trying to reach the toe. If it's comfortable to go for the toe, then go there. But just let yourself fold. Feel really natural through this stretch, and back it off if you need to back off. Remember, no force. It will come when it's ready. And when you're ready, slowly start to stack the spine to rise. Take your time always. The head is always the last to come out. We're going to simply just spin the leg around. I believe we're coming into a forward fold. Yeah. So coming into a beautiful opening here of the groin, of the hips. Allow yourself to take a big inhale and then use your exhale to simply fold forward. Now allow your spine to round here. You're welcome just to let yourself hang. No force as to where you end up. Remember, I'd already practiced this morning. I was feeling quite supple in my body. If you're feeling quite tight, be kind. Listen to what the legs are telling you, the hamstrings and the adductors. And be really gentle as you just simply allow yourself to fold forward. Let the head drop, let the spine round. Complete and utter surrender here. Such a magical pose, isn't it? And I hope that felt so nourishing for you. Slowly come up, stack the spine, land the head, and just really, really gently, we're going to take that to the other side. I've just spun around, you don't have to. But just start to bring the other leg in. We're going to bring the heel into the inside of the leg. So make sure you're on the other side this time. We're going to start with that hamstring and adductor stretch first. So breathing in to lift up and breathing out to lengthen. Now, I'm very different from left to right, as you can probably see, and that's totally okay. Everything's always different. So just always be kind and always be aware of the differences between the left and the right. You just got probably over a minute here. Breathe. So just starting to finishing up on that side. Slowly, again, as you know, just take your time to roll out one vertebrae at a time. And we're coming into the quad stretch on the other side. So make sure you have the other leg forward, draw the heel back to the glute. And again, if that knee is not feeling comfortable, if it doesn't feel safe, please make sure you stand up and then just rest on a wall and then draw your heel into your butt standing for this quad stretch. If not, allow yourself to sink back, notice the difference on the left and the right, and just stay. So this can be super challenging here, or it certainly is for me. I sort of just focused on the surface in front of me and the waves rolling in. So again, take this time to come back to your breath and just even the words, I know I'm breathing in and I know I'm breathing out. The hardest thing in yin is to be still, but when we practice more stillness and more calm, then that's what comes back to us. So what we practice grows stronger. So when you're ready, one more breath in and one more long exhale out. Slowly start to roll up, taking your time. How do you feel? How does the body feel? Should feel really nice and open within the hips and length in the quads, just nice and spacious. Take a few breaths here and just breathe. And let's just put the left hand down, inhale the right arm high. And just here for a few breaths, use your exhalation to come back. Keep it really slow. So inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue with that breath. Let this flow. Just notice the space in the body. It's called ki energy. It's when we have prana, our life force energy. It's when things are moving, we feel fine, we feel good, we feel energized, we feel alive. Maybe take a seat back with the legs crossed, the hands might come behind, open the heart. And we're actually just going to finish in seated. Just to take a moment to check in. Can you just be here, sitting tall? Can you just simply breathe? With the hands on the knees and just come back to a state of still. Maybe the neck might move left to right. Maybe it might go forward and back. Always making a choice and an opportunity to do the best that we can do for ourselves. Remembering that our world can go so fast if we let it. So also, if we let it, our world can also go quite slow. We have to make a choice to slow things down, and if we've had a pattern and habit of going fast all our lives, we've got to remember that that's all our brain and our body knows. So it's hard to transition, it's hard to change. But with every day, with practice, it starts to happen. Trust me, if I can do it, you can too. I invite you to do whatever movements you need to do here, or just simply be still, come into a meditation. I just felt like moving today. That's where I was at. Everyone's always different, always acknowledge that. Really be connected to the breath as you move through here. In the next one, inhale the arms up above the head. Bring the hands to rest on the third eye, honouring your thoughts and your words to choose kindness. To your mouth, honouring the words that come out of your mouth to be kind and lovable. And your heart space, honouring everything you do to be kind and lovable. Inhaling the arms up with gratitude, love and light. Namaste. Thank you again for jumping on and taking time out for you.